SoFi's finally broken through that $25 level, that stubborn resistance that took us a long time to get over once in the past, as well as the most recent price action. But we do get over that, guys, closing at 26.15, and we are headed to those all-time highs of $28, guys. We're looking very good for those all-time high levels here. $25 was the main resistance that we had to break. We broke it, and now we have held very nicely as we break that level. Not any considerable amount of selling pressure as we get up there, guys. We do reach that 26.38 and close at 26.15. So around a 20-cent move to the downside after reaching those highs. Buyers the last few days of trading, we see some very obvious solid green candles showing that kind of power that the buyers have right now, showing that they are in that dominant control. And today is no different, breaking over the most important resistance on the SoFi chart in a very strong manner. So today we're going to be analyzing if we should expect all-time highs to get hit or if there'll be some rejection. All right, guys, on the weekly time chart, so the main thing that we look at on SoFi in the longer term perspective is trending back, guys. At $25 level was a very harsh resistance, right? We came up all-time highs of 28.26, this being an IPO run. Came back down, couldn't get back to that 28, guys. We get to around that $25 level, reject, come back up right around that level, reject further, form a long-term cup and handle. Handle goes all the way down to 852. And then that brings us to this overextended movement that we are in currently. So you can see that, as of recently, guys, we are on a absolute roll for SoFi. It's the most strong price action we've ever seen with the stock. Not even anything comparable. And this entire overextended run-up, buyers are in that ultimate control. Only one time, a little bit of a hold-up, 2073 and 2242. Like we saw on the daily, a bit of chop there. And if we got over that 2242, we tried to hit around that 25 and rejected a few times. But then we end up trending back up to that 25, breaking through it in a very healthy manner. We're looking very good to that $28 level, guys. There's no past resistance that would really be marking up. That would be a harsh rejection spot. Always psychological dollar levels will be in play. So look for things like that $27 psychological level where we saw a little rejection right there. Possible resistance, right? But I mean, the way that the stock is moving, guys, we're not going to get held up at a zone like that, right? We're looking extremely nice to that $28 level. And I think that this run could go all the way to $30 before really pulling back. I think if we pulled back here, it would be at that $25 level, right? Trending back to the daily, the sellers would have to step in the next trading day, get this right away, retracement back down if we're going to reject. If we were going to see a big pullback, it would have been at that 25, right? That led to this longer kind of chop range going back and forth between buyers and sellers before getting that movement up. The fact we broke it through it, I think we hit all-time highs of 28 easily. And from there, possibly hit around that $30 level before seeing a real pullback, right? Buyers have shown that they are not pulling back just yet. As long as they can stay above this $25 level, right? Even if the sellers try to step in here, we use a little bit higher of support or that $25 resistance as support and continue trending to the upside. We're looking extremely well for those all-time high levels. Keep in mind, if we do hit all-time highs, guys, that is a blue sky territory. Not a lot of resistance or support levels to go off of. So for short-term traders, expect a pullback after hitting those all-time highs. It's definitely very possible since we are extremely overextended, right? We can keep going. There's a world where we can keep going up. But once we hit around that 28 to $30 level, keep in mind we could be expecting a bit of a pullback at that point. Fundamentally, the analysts are on a mildly bullish outlook / kind of neutral. They are a bit skeptical of how much SoFi can really run from this point. But from the technicals, guys, I mean, we're looking extremely clear to those all-time highs before seeing any notable pullback since we got that very solid breakout. No real selling pressure here. And now that is the third most notable attempt as of recent times breaking over that level, guys, right? We did get up prematurely to that 25, rejected hard, came back down, right? And we tried to get around that zone. We did close lower, can't count that as a retest, come back down. We got close to that level once again and couldn't quite get it, came back down on this ascending support. Then we reached right by that level, that 24.90, pretty much a retest of that 25. We reject hard there. Sellers try to ride that momentum downwards, bringing us back within this chop range. But you see this huge buying pressure as the sellers try to make that movement. And then the next 3 trading days, just incredible buyer presence, yanking us back within this range, breaking through that range, testing that 25 and breaking through in a very nice manner. Getting around a 4% movement today. And all in all, guys, just extremely nice reaction from the sellers trying to make their movement from this engulfing bearish red bar and continuation downwards. Buyers step in exactly where they have to step in, and now we're looking very clear to those all-time high levels. Beautiful price action. Like I said, if we do pull back here, watch for that 25 to turn into support. At the rate we're going, though, I doubt that we pull back to that 25. Always a possibility. But I do think that we continue this run up a bit further before seeing any smaller pullback. Try to hold, continue higher, reach those all-time highs. Since 25 break was our short-term price target, we have an updated of 28.26, that being our medium-term price target. And I believe we're hitting $30 before any notable pullback. Now, on the hourly, guys, we have a better perspective of how stock got all that momentum. We were on this ascending support here as we were trending back up after that premature break. So we see that premature test of 25 get rejected hard back down to the floor of 2073. You could also note that every single time that we came back down, we see less and less kind of momentum by the sellers, right? Sellers push us further down from that range. Next time it happens, less. Next time it happens, less. So after that kind of quick movement to the upside of 25, we do try to get a seller movement down. Buyers buy right back up, find a resistance level. That's where you kind of see price ping pong a bit back and forth. Can't get back to that 25. We break that kind of descending resistance and catch an ascending support. So this is where you kind of find a test around that range, another rejection, but we don't get back to the floor. And then we see a test right around that $25 level, that being that 24.91. And then sellers try to catch this momentum, bring us further down, back within this drop range. But buyers do step in before they hit the floor. They don't get a test of that 2073. And there's just incredible price action, stair stepping up to breaking that $25 level, right? Big move up, chop, big move up, chop, big move up, chop. Really zero bearish signs from a technical perspective, right? Like I said, come back down, use this as support, and continue trending to the upside. Price targets are in stone. I believe we look very good here for the all-time high levels at this point. $25 was the last thing we had to break through. We've broken through in a very aggressive, confident way. As long as bulls can hold this zone, guys, and continue trending to the upside, there's no doubt in my mind that all-time highs will be hit before any notable pullback. That's all I got for you guys today. For any of you guys that have been watching the SoFi videos, I appreciate you guys, and congrats for following along as we've been on the money with SoFi, guys. It has broken through that $25 level like we examined, and stock just looks incredibly strong still, even after being on this whole run-up from around that $860 level to now that $26.15. No signs of slowing down, and we're looking great to those all-time highs. Now, if you guys enjoyed and want to see more SoFi videos, make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know your price predictions in the comments below, and as always, trade smart. I will see you all on the next one.